want to judge a mom, but this is crazy. You have to move your kitchen table out of the kitchen so your kids can sleep on the floor. And then you're having more kids. You're not financially stable with the ones that you have, but you want to grow your family. It doesn't make sense to me. And you speak about judgment in your post. You put this on the internet for everybody to see. Of course, we are going to judge you because we know that it's not right.
I don't know if you're coming at it from a understanding, like non-judgmental point of view when it comes to the bedroom, or if you really just don't get the sense of it, because we wouldn't make the decision if it wasn't right for the kids.
Today we need to talk about the Jenkins family, a family of 6 living in one bedroom apartment, and let me tell you, things are getting worse. Their story blew up all over TikTok and social media, with people initially showing them a lot of sympathy. I mean, when you see 4 kids sleeping on the floor in the kitchen while the parents have a whole bedroom to themselves, it is heartbreaking. But now, people are starting to question everything. Some are even comparing this family to others, like Nurse Hannah, who was accused of creating a non-conducive environment for her children for clicks and views, or Alana Harris, who allegedly made her daughter sick for sympathy and financial support. It's giving the same energy, and people are not holding back.
Listen, you're finna hate me for this one, but this is my 5th child, okay? Gentle parenting don't do shit. I will not raise my kids with gentle parenting. You got me bent back sideways.
But let's rewind for a second. The Jenkins family, 6 people in a cramped apartment, 4 kids sleeping on a kitchen floor. Their story first went viral because it struck a nerve with viewers. People felt bad for the kids. I mean, every night these children would have to wait as their parents rearranged the kitchen, laying down makeshift beds so they could sleep. It wasn't just a sleeping situation. It was a glimpse into the harsh realities some families face.
Is it the oranges and the onions next to the beds? Or I don't know, maybe it's the beds that are on the floor in the kitchen.
But here's where things get weird. Despite having a wish list where strangers started sending them gifts, even free bunk beds for the kids, the Jenkins parents did not make any significant changes to their children's lives. Now let's get into the details. The mother is currently 33 weeks pregnant with her 5th child. And the father, well, he has been described as jobless. That's what sparked the whole debate. When people first called out the family for not even buying bunk beds, the parents explained that the kids wrecked them in the past and they just couldn't afford anything better because the father doesn't earn any income.
Something that stood out to me so noticeably about this post, other than the obvious of what's going on here, is they can afford all of these things. They can afford these things for themselves. They can, afford their own entertainment. They can afford their own but their followers are the ones who've done this, right? Their followers are the ones who have furnished, their homes for them. They're not even going to go out and get these children proper beds. Like, I'm sure they have a box spring, even if it's a box spring on the floor, but don't you think your babies also deserve to be comfortable? Because at this point, you're literally just putting a mat on the floor. Like, this baby's gonna have no support in their back and they're going to be in a lot of pain. I know they don't care, but again, this is just...
Naturally, the public, as empathetic as ever, started offering help. Gifts poured in, items from their wish list were checked off, and those free bunk beds, they were sent and set up, with the father even putting them together himself. Probably the most effort anyone's seen from him in a long time.
This is where the kids are sleeping, you guys. This is where the kids are sleeping. The kids are also sleeping on these beds right next to the front door. No couch, no kitchen table, no coffee table. But let's see where the parents sleep at, you guys. Let's go look and see where they sleep at. How we go from kitchen room, living room to the parents sleeping in the bedroom, and it looks like this.
But here's where things take a turn. The public sympathy slowly shifted to skepticism. People started asking questions. Why are the kids still in the kitchen when the parents' bedroom is clearly big enough to rearrange and fit the bunk beds? Why does the parents' bedroom look so luxurious? LED lights, a PlayStation, basically a whole setup that screams comfort and privacy. Meanwhile, their 4 kids are crammed into a kitchen with sharp objects like knives and onions literally literally parked next to their sleeping space. Can you imagine how uncomfortable and unsafe that must be? And mind you, this is a family that now earns money from TikTok, and a lot of it.
What you're seeing here is the resilient Jenkins talking about how many things that they got on their Amazon and all of these different shopping trips. There's one about going to Burlington and another one where her husband bought her stuff. And look, I'm not saying that people aren't allowed to purchase things, but when your children don't even have beds, they don't have mattresses, they don't have these things, how are you going to go spend money like that? Priorities.
First things first. I heard phone a food processor. I don't want to remember. I've been wanting a food processor for a fat minute. This is gonna change. Oh my god, girl, she's so pretty. Oh god. I totally forgot to include my little baggie that I got myself in my little stop yelling, Sheldon.
Not a single thing for the children.
Here's the thing, when the Jenkins family first went viral, it meant one thing: views, and with the views comes money. Their TikTok channel, Resilient Jenkins, started pulling in serious numbers. Views were rarely under 100,000 per video. That's huge, and when you're pulling in numbers like that, you're making money. On top of that, the mother started getting paid sponsorships. She began reviewing luxury kitchen appliances and expensive beauty products, the kind of products that not even the average middle-class family would casually buy. Some were likely sent as part of these sponsorships, others could have been wishlist gifts. Either way, it did not sit well with the viewers. The optics, they're making money, they're getting free stuff, and yet the kids are still sleeping in the kitchen. Something's not adding up.
I don't care, but who bought Mr. Resilient Jenkins socks? $22 socks at that. And like a car cleaning kit. What is happening right here really did me in. Be so for real, $25.
So let's ask the real questions. The Jenkins family, despite the free bank beds, despite the sponsorship money, hasn't made a single significant change. The foam mattress topper on the bottom bag, still on the floor. The kids, still in the kitchen. And this is after people begged the parents to sacrifice their comfort and move to the building room, giving the kids their bedroom. But the parents refused. Why? Privacy. They insist on prioritizing their own space and comfort over the safety and well-being of their kids. Now let's get real here. If you have 4 kids, soon to be 5, and you're living in a tiny apartment, sacrifices need to be made. The bedroom should be for the kids, period. Especially when you're making money now. People are watching their content, engaging with their posts, even buying products from their sponsorship stores. The Jenkins family is no longer struggling the way they claim to be. So why aren't they upgrading their living situation? Why haven't they moved to a bigger apartment? Viewers are not buying it anymore. People in the comments section are furious. Some are asking where is the money going. Others are questioning whether the father still refuses to get a job. And some are even bringing up the fact that he allegedly avoided child support for a child he abandoned with another woman, Alita. Apparently, he deliberately refuses to work to avoid paying child support, which is wild. So instead of getting a job, he decided to have 4 more kids and bring them into a cramped, unsafe environment. And even now, when their TikTok success has given them a lifeline, they're not improving their situation. And this is where people are losing patience. At this point, the Jenkins family seems comfortable relying on the public's generosity. Wishlist items keep coming in, and people keep buying things for them. But here's the problem. It's not suitable. TikTok won't last forever. If TikTok gets banned, and there have been talks about that, what happens then? What will this family do when their only source of income disappears? Are they saving any of the money they're earning? Are they investing in their future? Or are they spending it on unnecessary luxury? When you watch their videos, the mother is always reviewing some high-end beauty product or expensive kitchen appliance. And people are asking in the comments how she even affords these items. Are they gifts? Are they sponsorship deals? If they are, why isn't she using that income to move her family into a bigger, safer apartment? Now let's pause for a second. Think about this. People who initially sympathized with the family are now questioning everything. One commenter asked, what happens when the new baby arrives? Are they going to put her in the kitchen too? Another commenter swore they would never buy from her store because they believe the family isn't using the money to help the kids. People are tired of seeing those children suffer. while the parents prioritize their own comfort. And let's not forget, Child Protective Services, CPS, has been mentioned in the public discussion for a while now. Some people believe that CPS should intervene because the kids' living conditions are unsafe. But so far, nothing has been done. And as the family continues to hoard items into their tiny apartment, the situation only gets worse. So what's next for the Jenkins family? That's the big question. What happens when the freebies stop coming in? What happens when the views dry up? Will they finally take accountability and make changes for their kids? Or will they keep waiting for the public to save them? At this point, it feels like they're hoping for someone to gift them a bigger apartment because, let's be honest, they're not making any moves to get themselves there. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you think is really going on here? Is the Jenkins family exploiting their kids for views and freebies? Or is it a case of parents genuinely struggling and not knowing how to do better? Do you think CPS should get involved, or do you think this family just needs more time to figure things out? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And as always, like and subscribe to stay updated on more buzz like this. Until next time, peace. I'm out.